Charlie's parents want him to do a traditional wedding in addition to a church one, but Charlie doesn't like the pagan practices that are involved in such celebrations. Can he remove the pagan aspects and do one for the sake of his family? Does it even matter if he doesn't believe in it?
Yes, that's the right idea. I mean, I can't just say outright that, you shouldn't have a traditional marriage, because that's when the family of the bride will officially hand over the bride to the family of the groom, who will then hand the bride to the groom. In fact, the traditional marriage is the real spiritually significant marriage. It's just that, for example, anything that happens within that ceremony that is unchristian, of course, don't participate in it.
Are there any practices where we can apply the philosophy of 1 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 27, where Paul said that if unbelievers want you to do something in their tradition, you can participate in it as a Christian if you don't believe in it?
There are certain traditions you can observe, even if they are not Christian, just to fulfill all righteousness, as Christ said. But there are certain ones that just go against your faith entirely, and you can't participate. For instance, if some people tell you to bow down to a god or even to a human being as part of your tradition, you as a Christian will say no, right? Because that is idolatry. We only bow down to God, according to Revelation chapter 19 verse 10, chapter 22 verses 8 to 9, and Acts chapter 10 verses 25 to 26.
The Revelation verses were where John wanted to bow down to an angel, right?
Yeah, those verses said that. And even the Acts account, it was someone bowing down to Peter. Cornelius it was. And Peter, being a righteous man, refused to accept that honor. He said, "Stand up. I myself also am a man." So that's the point. A Christian can participate in the parts of a traditional marriage that fit Christian values. The handing of the bride to the man, that's completely biblical. I mean, that's exactly what happened in Genesis chapter 24, when the family of Abraham, represented by Eliezer of Damascus, came to the family of Laban to take a woman from there as the bride and bring her home to Isaac. So a traditional marriage that represents that biblical idea is good. But any parts of it that are unchristian, just don't participate in them. The reason is because even if you as a Christian don't believe in them, it's also a preaching opportunity. If you refuse to participate in those activities and people ask you why, then you can explain to them. And that's what Peter said in 1 Peter chapter 3 verse 15, that be ready always to give an answer to every man that asketh you a reason of the hope that is in you with meekness and fear. So you're showing an example and also educating people about the Christian faith through that process.